Lee Hogan here, VIP boxing down at Shinny's gym in Stockport with young Mr. Rhys Woods. I can still say young mate, 26, you're still young, aren't you, mate?
Like to think so, yeah.
And what I've managed to do, I've managed to colour correct the camera so you look really, really ginger.
All right, strawberry blonde, I like to be known as.
Well, it looks strawberry blonde on here. Actually, it's probably not that much, but I'm leaving it in. I like it, you know what I mean? Watching you today, mate, ooh, you're on fire, kiddo.
Feeling good, feeling sharp, mate.
You're looking very, very sharp.
I wish it could be this weekend, really, get in there, get it done with, but what have we got for 3.5 weeks since.
How long have you known about it? Well, first of all, the reason why we're talking to you is because on March the 29th, it's VIP versus VIP, where you go against fellow VIP opponent, Leon Entwistle, who actually had his last fight, when you had your last fight, on the Jolly Boys, at the same venue as where you return on March the 29th.
Yeah, it's a good venue as well, really. It's never been there before, first time. Yeah.
It must be nice because you return. This is a big fight for both of you because you've set yourself a goal. You'd love to, before the end of the year, you'd love to fight for the welterweight area title.
Yeah.
You've already fought for it at light middleweight, found out that there's a reason why there's weight categories, and now you feel like this is your time to go again, and you've got quite a bit of experience under your belt now.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I mean, beforehand we was making the weight really easy, and I know you should never make it too easy. So we dropped down for this last fight. I think we weighed in at 10 stone 8 on the day.
1 pound over.
1 pound over welterweight limit. Did 4 rounds at a good pace.
Very good pace.
And felt good after it. So carry that into this fight. 10 stone 9, pound heavier, but 10 stone 9 on the day. And do a good 6 rounds, and good pace as well. Then we're ready.
Yeah, well, watching you today, you definitely look ready, mate. How long have you known about the fight? I presume, obviously, you had that one in December on the Jolly Boys, and you knew at some point, end of February, beginning of March, you were going to be out again. But when did you find out it was going to be Leon Entwistle?
To be fair, I'm not entirely sure. When did we find out? When did you get the text? Middle of Jan.
Right. Oh, so plenty of preparation.
Plenty of preparation time. But to me, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. It's the same objective.
But it's a gamble for both of you, because again, I don't want to be disrespectful here, but in your career, you've never gone into a fight as a favourite. You know, you've always lacked that experience, you know, as an amateur, six fights as an amateur, wasn't it? You know, and you've jumped in the deep end on numerous occasions. This must be your 6th where you've been VIP versus VIP.
Yeah, it could be.
Something like that. It's a crazy amount of times. And some of those fights, really, you know, you was a big underdog. And yet you proved everyone wrong. I mean, the Casey Brown, which was in that tournament, which you ended up fighting Johnny Boy Kiley for the Central Area title fight. That was a massive, massive upset, you know. It was,
mate, wasn't it? I mean, how many amateur fights did Casey Brown have? 100?
103.
103, so, you know, it's 10 times, nearly 20 times the amount of amateur fights I had. And what was that, our 5th fight?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And it was a 6th rounder, wasn't it?
The 6th rounder, yeah. So, you know, I've been in them tough tests now. I've passed some, I've failed a couple, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Just
so
a big learning curve.
The majority of those fights, those 50-50s, I've come through and I've passed. Well, what for lost? 3? If you scratch the surge loss out, 3. And I've had, like you just said, this would be my 6th or 7th. 50-50 fight. I
think, was it very early on you fought Jay McCarthy?
Yeah.
I know he went on to be a journeyman, but at the time he had a 1-1-1 record.
He was coming to save his career, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that was the last minute replacement for us. I can't remember who was scheduled to fight, but
I can't.
Josh Cook.
Was that going to be on the Jolly? That was the Jolly Boys as well.
No, it was AJ Bell.
AJ Bell, but wasn't that the Jolly Boys?
No, it was in March.
Was it? Oh, right,
yeah. That was a March fight. Probably a similar date. It might have been the 17th of March or something like But yeah, you know, from that fight, that's 4th fight, was it? From that fight.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
It's been that way, hasn't it?
So
we've only had a few learning fights.
But you can swim now, can't you?
Can swim now, mate.
Watching you today, you look like you can swim very well.
Yeah, yeah, I can swim now, mate. And you know what? It's just become one of them things where it's another fight now. Yeah. It's just another fight. I'm gonna get in there, glove up, touch hands before. I'm gonna.
When I said to you before, yeah, well, I said to you before, you know, first time, and I said I don't mean it disrespectful. You're going into a fight as a big favourite because you've got the experience on you. You know, you've done the rounds as well. This is another thing what you've got the advantage over. He's never done. He's stepping up to 6 rounds and only his 4th fight against a guy who's vastly more experienced. In the fact you've got 7 wins. You know, he's got 2 wins. Yeah. You know, he's up against it, but. This is a weight that he doesn't struggle to make, you know, and you, like you say, you made it last time, comfortably made it lighter than the weight you have to actually make for this one.
Yes, yeah.
But if you want to go to where you want to go and re-challenge for an area title, it's good preparation for you, isn't it?
It is, mate, and there's not overlooking him because it's not what you do in boxing. I've overlooked a couple of times and been found out. So it's one of them things, mate. I'm going to get in there, do the business, win comfortably, and then move on to the central area title shot. Come back into the year.
That sounds like a plan, mate.
That's my plan. It's tunnel vision. It's tunnel vision. He's going to have to hit me with something special. He's going to have to make sure all the stars align, hit me with something special. Other than that, I'm going to beat him up.
I like that confidence, mate. And watching you today, I can't argue with that. You know, I spoke to Leon last week. He's very confident. I think in the video he alludes to, you know, he's very confident. So you should be as well, and rightly so. Both of you should be. But it is a big ask for him. You know, like I say, first time. Because it's the first time for you to go into a fight as a favourite. You just said, yeah, you're not overlooking him, but there is that possibility that you could do. That's not going to be the case, is it?
Absolutely not. Every fight I've been in, even if I've been the underdog, I've never thought I was the underdog. So I'm not going to go in there thinking, oh yeah, I'm a massive favourite, I'll just wipe the floor with this kid. It's a fight. Anything can happen. Yeah. We just said it there. All the stars can align. He could hit me with his best shot he's ever thrown in his entire life. But I'm going to put it on him and make sure that doesn't happen.
Going back to preparations, you've been preparing well for this because obviously I follow you on Facebook and social media. And what I was really happy about was, and I presume this is where you come in useful, this weekend James Moorcroft fights for the Commonwealth silver light middleweight title, or super welterweight, whichever you want to call it, my day, light middleweight. He brought you in. He's brought you in to help him prepare for that fight. Now, he was a former opponent of yours. How did you find that? And was it awkward or was it a pleasure again? Because you've done a lot of sparring with him before you fought one another, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. I've done plenty of rounds. Could be up to 100 rounds with James Moorcroft. Over a few years, yeah. I think since we've been sparring. When was the first time we went down? Was it when we was fighting Surge? Or just before there, wasn't it? So it was what, 3rd, 4th fight in. So I've been sparring him since then. So like you said, this is fight number 13.
Well, was this the first time you sparred him since you fought him? Then?
It is, yes. Mate. Yeah, he brought. I think it was Anthony actually that rang Ryan up.
Because he's fighting a southpaw, isn't he?
Dom Hunt. I've done some rounds with Dom Hunt as well. Not for this fight, obviously, for a previous fight of his. And yeah, that'll be another cracking fight. But it was good to put some, like you, I think I spoke to you on the phone and you said it's good to put some demons to bed.
Yes.
Just really good prep rounds for me as well because...
The confidence boost.
Confidence boost,
James is a very honest fighter, as you are, right?
He is,
And I presume you've had chats after the spar and he's told you what... Does he feel like there's been a big improvement since you fought?
Yeah, massive improvements. I mean, Rhiannon Dixon and Will Crawler, so I always ask everybody's opinion. And Anthony, obviously, because former world title holder. So I ask everyone's opinion, not just, I know Ryan's the main voice and you listen to him, but I ask everyone's opinion, because you can always take it on board.
Of course.
And they had nothing but positives to say. So that's all I can take from it, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's good. I always think that's good. Yeah. I always think sometimes, you know, if you spar a really good kid at the beginning of camp, and then maybe, you know, 3 or 4 camps later, you go back and spar that kid again, and then you see how you've improved. You see how you're getting better. And I know they're probably getting better as well, but if they were already ahead of you, see how much you've caught up to them. Yeah,
that's true, yeah. It used to happen in the amateurs, actually, because we had a real good team in here in the amateurs. I used to come in every week, get smacked in sparring, and then, you know, eventually, like, you progress, and if they come in here nowadays, I'll probably be levels ahead of them. But, you know, that's just natural progression, isn't it?
Of course.
So, yeah, it's good. It's good to see that, like you said, put a bit of demons to bed, know that James will like this if he sees it. Know that the referee jumped in too quick. Because we had a chat about it. But no, it's all in the past now, isn't it? So, but yeah, it was good. It's good to put some demons to bed, and good to get rounds with him as well, because they've got similar styles. Leon's quite come forward. I know he's never had it put on him, which he will do on the 29th.
So have you studied much more, or do you leave it all that to Ryan?
I leave that to Ryan. I don't watch my opponents at all.
And have you got a game plan that you think that's going to work?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you?
No, you're all right. And say game plan A isn't working the way that you hoped it to work. Is it a B and a C?
Yeah, of course there is. Every time even in sparring, when we come back to the corner, he has a minute, tells you what you're doing well, what you're not doing well. This is what you can do to improve what you're doing. There's 3 simple steps. This is what you're doing bad, so that's in the back of your mind. This is what you're doing well, do it a bit more, and this is what you could do if you want to improve a little bit. So it's just 3 simple things.
You're making this boxing sound simple, mate.
It really is, isn't it? It really is. But I mean, if you got in there with somebody of like, we were speaking, weren't we, about Bivol and Baturbia, about how simple it looks. But if you got in there and try mixing it with them, you get decapitated. But yeah, it really is a simple game. But every top athlete, every elite athlete does the simple stuff extremely well.
Yes.
So it is a simple game. You just got to do it well.
I'm just going to try and put a little bit of down on it because you're looking far too confident.
Right, yeah, go on.
But are you superstitious?
No.
Because this is fight number 13, mate.
I know you told me before when you come in, and I didn't even know until you said it. I didn't even know it was.
So that doesn't play. That doesn't even enter your mind.
No, superstition. There's a song about it, isn't there?
I've no idea.
So it's not the way, is it? There's a song in there somewhere, but no, I'm not superstitious.
Very confident?
Very confident, mate, yeah.
We're going to be chatting to you, and we're going to be saying win number 8?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, listen, you're both VIP, so all I can say, may the best man win. But you're looking very good today. I'm really looking forward to it even more, because I've seen you both in action in preparations for this fight, and I think we're in for a good night, mate.
In for a cracking fight.
Yeah.
Good.
Rhys, you take care, mate.
Cheers,
Bye.
mate. Bye-bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.